Here's the tutorial for first chords recording assignment on GarageBand. And GarageBand is opening. Remember to tune your guitar, because there's no use or no reason to record if it's not in tune. You're pretty much wasting your time. Great. When it gets to this window, you're going to start a new project. So let's go up to New Project. That's in the upper left. Click it, and you're going to look around through these projects. Let's click Acoustic Instrument, because we're recording a guitar. So we'll double click that and it'll open up. The title of our song is going to be First Chord, and your name. So put your name there. We're going to ignore this tempo, signature, key signature business down below. We'll deal with that later. I like to save things to the desktop so I can find them. I recommend you do the same thing, and we'll hit Create. The program will open up, and it'll take a second, and there we are. Now you'll notice that when I'm making sounds, that the meters up here are green. This is in the upper left corner, and we're looking at the first track. And you can see the meters bopping up and down. That means sound is coming through and I can record. If you don't see those meters, you're going to need to go to Preferences right here. Open up Preferences, check the second one, Audio, and make sure it says either System Setting or built-in mic. Maybe built-in input is another way yours might set. I'm going to leave mine as System Settings because mine's working like that. And then I can just close that window. Now to make this recording fun, we're going to add a drum track. If you go to the lower right corner, there's 3 tabs here. The one we want is the one that looks like a little omega sign, a little loop, and that's actually what it is, loops. So if we click on it, we see that the window to the right changes to all the loop terms. We're going to click on the second column, top one, that's all drums, and it's going to give us a bunch of drum parts to record to. Now I happen to have tons and tons of loops in mine, so I've got 3,000 to audition. That's maybe a little much, but you might want to look through. You probably have about 300 in yours, and there's all kinds. This is an analog drum machine, kind of oldie sound. Maybe you want basic rock, some variations of that. Maybe you want, I don't know, let's see what beachside is. So you can go through this. There's a ton of fun just listening. A big hair, that's great, huh? I don't know what that is. Alright, I'm going to go with that one. I'm not sure why, but I'm going to go with it. Alright, sounds like a big main drum set. We Will Rock You or something. So what I'm going to do now is click on it and drag it over to here where it says Drag Apple Loops here. You'll see that there's the green window up above. That's showing where I'm going to put it. And I'm going to put it right at the beginning of the song and let go. It's going to insert itself there and create a new track. There it is, the new track. Here's the sounds. Yep, there it is. Now you notice it's too short. So what I'm going to do is go to the upper right corner. When I get my cursor there, you get a little loop sign. And I'm going to drag and make loops. Now I don't really know how long my chord progression is going to be, so I'm just going to make it out around 26 measures. That's fine. I'll use this scroll bar down at the bottom to slide back to the beginning of the song. And now I've got the drum part, and it'll repeat for a while. Okay, great. To test your drum part on yours, you're going to either want to hit the play button and hit it again and stop, or you can use the shortcut that I like to use a lot, which is the space bar, and then hit the space bar again to stop. Those are some great shortcuts. Next to it is the rewind button right here, so you can hit rewind. I also use a shortcut, which is the return button on your keyboard. We're pretty much ready to record. The only thing we need to really check now is if the speed is a good speed. You know, I'm not playing so well, so I think that's a little fast for me. I'm going to go down here where there's this music note, and when I click on it, some other options open up. If we go to the bottom on Project, you can see over in the third column right here it says Tempo. Tempo means speed. 120 is a kind of a good rock speed, but actually I'm going to go down to 100 and see if that works a little better for me. I can test it again. Here you can hear it slower, right? That's great. So that'll work for me pretty much. You can choose what works for you. I'll probably practice for a while, and I suggest you do, playing with the drum set. If you put your headphones or earphones into the earphone jack on your computer, you can hear the drum sets really well, and when you're recording, you won't record the drum set, you'll only record your guitar. The last thing we need to do is go up to Control. That's in the upper menu. If you click on it, you'll notice that Count In is here. Count In gives you 4 beats before you start to record. So let's click Count In. Now if I look again, I'll notice that, yep, it's clicked. I'm ready to go. So that's pretty good. We'll go with that. I'm pretty much ready to record now. We'll go down here to the Record button. When I click on the Record, I'm going to hear 4 clicks, and then I'm going to be ready to start recording. If you want to use a shortcut for the red button there, you can just hit R for record. Now I don't know, you choose the chord progression you'd like to use. You can make one up. You can use Marianne or Tom Dooley. I think I'm going to use Tom Dooley for mine since I love it so much. Here we go. This is going to be kind of my big hair version of Tom Dooley. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, look at that. I made a mistake and I've started to record on the drums, and I've actually erased the drums. This is a good place to use the Command Z key to undo what you've done, and you may end up making a mistake, so Command Z is great. What I really wanted to do was click on the guitar up there, my first track. That's awesome. I see it's blue now. I'm ready to record in the right place. I'm going to hit return and get ready again to do it correctly. Here I go, and I hit record. 2, 3, 4. And then I hit stop. And I have done my first recording. Now that's great. I can see my drums are way too long, so I'm going to scroll over to the end of the drums. You can use this scroll bar at the bottom. I was using the track pads, but I'm going to just drag, get that same loop symbol there, drag it right back, and I'm going to end it right. I think I'll end it right there so it ends here. I'm going to hit rewind now, and when I listen to it, cool. I'm actually that's awesome. You've got volume controls right here. So I want to actually turn my guitar down a little bit so I can hear the drums more, which is rare, but let's try it now. Boy, that is some smoking Tom Dooley. I'm really loving that. All right. Let's assume that if you'd like to do it again, you can just delete this and record again until you get a recording that you're proud of. So go through that as many times as you want. There's no limit. I like the one I've got. We're going to save it. It's always important to save. You might want to save often like any other program. I saved it. And now I want to send it to iTunes. If I go under Share up in the menu and go to the top one, Send to iTunes, it starts to create the file here. For the iTunes playlist, why don't you just call it Guitar? You're the artist, so let's go with your name there. I'm going to put Guitar here. Composer name, I don't know who wrote Tom Dooley, so get out of here. And I think for album name, I'm just going to stick with Guitar too. I don't know what album it is. There's a couple various versions of how you can compress yours. Since we're all using Macs in this class, the AAC encoder, compressed AAC encoder, is a really good quality encoder. I think medium quality for this assignment is great, though you can go to super good if that's a brilliant piece that you want to save. I'm going to hit Share. Here it goes. It's creating a little mixdown, and it's going to send it over to iTunes and open it up on iTunes. My iTunes is closed, but it's going to open it up automatically. Exporting to iTunes. Boom, here it comes. And there it is playing. Wow. Now, of course, you can send this to your iPod and rock around on your own, But what we want to do is send it to me so I can listen to it using Blackboard. I'm going to minimize my GarageBand, just get it out of the way so I can see here. What I want to do now is click on my file, and if I just drag it, click and drag and let it go on my desktop, I've made a copy on my desktop that it's easy for me to upload into Blackboard. You're going to upload the same way you did assignments before when you did the bio. Just open up the guitar assignment. Once you get in there, you're going to browse for content. You're going to find first chords, your name, not Huber, of course, and upload it to us so the world can hear. Okay, this is pretty exciting. There's some great stuff you get to do after this. We'll start adding the horns and all kind of nutty stuff to make some fun. But for now, send me your assignment. Good luck to you over the weekend. Bye now.